My today people. On Saturday, March 18th, Abigail Toussaint and her husband, Jean Toussaint, were kidnapped while vacationing and visiting family near Port au Prince, Haiti. This is a terrible thing that I think anybody or any family would have to deal with. The kidnappers demanded ransom money, and once they got that money, they demanded an even crazier amount. Abigail, specifically, is somebody that we grew up in the same church together. I knew her growing up. She is a little younger than I am, but like I said, I've seen this girl grow up. I mean, we knew each other. Sweet girl. Like I said, nobody deserves this. I'm going to be leaving the change.org link in the description and the bio of this episode. Please, if you can, it's just a signature. The family is not asking for any kind of monetary help. If you see anything that's asking for monetary help, please disregard. The family is not asking for any monetary help. All they're asking for is prayers and also for you to reach out to your public officials and the U.S. Embassy. I will be also leaving the number for the embassy within the actual bio and description, but I'll also be giving it to you here. The number for the U.S. Embassy is 301 985 8925. Ask for the aid in the rescue of Abigail and Jean Toussaint. What is going on, my today people? Really appreciate you all joining me yet again for another. In today's entry, we will be doing things just a bit differently. I promise, just a little bit, right? I want to talk about UAPs, better known as UFOs. Ooh. But first, I also got two new segments. Just gotta forewarn y'all about that. One is called Scrap Metal Media, and the other one is Bet by Bit. All right, we're gonna have fun with those. See how you guys like them. See how I feel about them because this is gonna be my first time implementing them on the show. But yeah, we got a fun and informative show coming your way. Thank you for the support. All right, and we're gonna get right into the show. So you already know how I like to start this. Dear future robots, were we just an ant farm for aliens this whole time? Hmm. Let's start the show. Yup, and we are back. Thank you for your patience. I hope y'all like the little tunes. All right, so first of all, how you guys doing out there? How y'all feeling, man? How's y'all energy? I really hope y'all living in your blessings, all that good stuff, man. I hope y'all staying positive, glass half full. I think that's something that's extremely needed in today's society, man. I spoke to a guy earlier today that just sounded defeated, and I was just trying to give him as much positive energy as I could. This was the first time I was meeting this guy. He was referred to me by somebody, and as I'm cutting him, it's like for those that don't know, I am a barber. That's one of the things I primarily do. But as I'm cutting his hair, which is an intimate thing, you're touching somebody. You know what I mean? Like it's personal. But people who've been to a barber or beauty salon or whatever the case is, you guys understand this. But he's essentially pouring his soul out. Right? I'm in an intimate setting. It's just me in a room, so it's not like a lot of people are around. So people tend to expose their true selves and be themselves and talk. And it sometimes can feel like a therapist, but it's also sometimes therapy for me as well because I'm able to talk to people. But he just expressed some things, and I kind of felt bad for the position that he's in because he's a young kid. He's only 22 years old, 23 years old. So just trying to give him just the energy and just the wisdom and the things that I've learned over my time. And and I really hope he makes the right choice. You know what I mean? But we'll see, man. That's really all you can do, man. Because I was a young knucklehead at one time, and I guess by the graces I was able to kind of shape up when I needed to, man, and avoid certain things. But yeah, man, things are going well on my end. I will say my family and I we are blessed. Winning the lottery would be a hell of a plus. In fact, that'd be a cheat code for how I live my life. I win the lottery, it's a lot of people coming up. I'm doing a lot, so it's a cheat code, man. Because things are already good. I'm content, but man. So I'm guessing I got to buy a lottery ticket now, huh? Huh. I don't know. We'll see. But yes, like I told you guys, I have the new segments. The first one is going to be scrap metal media. I'm really excited for you guys to hear this. Obviously, I got tweaking to do, but hey, let me know what you all think. All right, let's get right into it. Scrap metal media. Okay. So here we go. Welcome to the first iteration of Scrap Metal Media, obviously brought to you by Dear Future Robots. This is where I'll be discussing the, short topics somewhat that you might not care too much about, honestly. But for some reason, you guys just keep spending 40 minutes to an hour on YouTube watching videos about it, right? So the first thing I want to talk about is Andrew Wiggins. This has been an interesting thing, right? It's almost a situation that I've never seen in my almost 20 plus years of watching the NBA, right? And for those who don't know, Andrew Wiggins is a pretty known NBA player. He was a number one pick, the overall number one pick in the NBA draft. Not even that long ago, maybe 10 years ago or something like that. But he is also a member of the famed Golden State Warriors, right? He was even a finals MVP. Like he's an important part of the team. They really haven't been the same since he's been gone. I think it's coming up on 20 games now since he's been missing, right? And that's crazy in itself because he's not injured, right? That's rare. Like he's just out of these games for personal reasons that nobody's willing to divulge or just nobody knows about. So that's not even the craziest part about this whole thing. So while he was missing a few games early on, for some reason, some random person on the internet, I don't know the relation, decided to put this rumor out, and it might have been TikTok. What the rumor was that Andrew Wiggins' wife had cheated on him with his best friend. And no, it doesn't stop there. It also goes on to state that allegedly, and this is all allegedly, obviously, right? But it also states that allegedly Andrew Wiggins' children are not actually his. You know what I mean? They're the children of the actual the actual father is the best friend. Yikes. So that's what's going on. Obviously, it's kind of got the internet in a tizzy. Andrew Wiggins' wife has commented on a few things and put out statements saying that the internet is a savage place or something like that. It's crazy, essentially dismissing the ridiculousness. And I personally haven't done enough research to find out who the best friend is or if he said anything. But this is wild. There's still no say. Some of the teammates of Andrew have come out and pledged support, but nobody's saying anything. Now, if you want my opinion, I think it's all a bunch of malarkey. I don't believe that uh, his kids are not his because one, they look just like him. He has a pretty distinct face, so I think that's trash. What I think is going on is he might have some ideological differences with somebody on the team or affiliated with the team or an agent or something like that. I think he may be at wit's end with the corporation that is the NBA. That kind of makes the most sense to me. I don't think it's a family issue because if anything, he's with the family now, right? He's with his family, he's with his wife, and he's with his kids. And if that wasn't the case, we would know. Like I'm sure TMZ got reporters everywhere. So the fact that the only part that he's away from is the NBA team, leads me to believe, putting two and two together, that the beef isn't with the family, but it's with the team. And I think the rumor might have gotten out to kind of throw people off that scent. Uh, I think Andrew Wiggins is kind of one of those Kyrie Irving's type players where they got their own mindset on things. If you guys remember, he didn't want to take the vaccine at one point until his money started being affected. Um, uh, hey, this is just what I think, but I think his issues with somebody affiliated or on the team. All right, we'll see because I could be wrong completely, and them kids could be his best friends. I'm hoping that's not the case, obviously. But hey, that's that. Next. And by the way, y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Drop a comment. Drop a comment. Come on now. Drop a comment. Don't just listen. Drop a comment. I need y'all. Also, let's get into Takashi 69. Everybody by now knows, because everybody's been talking about it, that this guy was assaulted. You know what I mean? He was assaulted in a bathroom of I think a LA Fitness or some kind of gym. And it was pretty bad. Pretty bad. I saw clips of the video and it didn't necessarily look fake. It looked like a real beatdown. And first of all, do y'all think he should snitch again? He might, y'all might be surprised at my answer. I think you might as well cooperate. You've been cooperating, all right? You're not this big gangster killer. Everybody knows that. He might he might need to snitch. I ain't gonna front. The point I was trying to get to is that I think the butt whooping was real. I think he really got his butt whooped for real because it's evident, it's obvious. I do also believe that clout is king for this guy, right? He's a fame whore. I believe he might have set this up. I think he might have seen what happened with Jesse Smollett, as Chappelle would say, Juicy Smollett, faking that you got beat and all this kind of stuff, and they got you all this clout. And why can't it be that play? Because around the same time he got beat up after getting caught in that bathroom, that's when the Smollett case was going on, and the two brothers that did it were on the stand and all that kind of stuff, giving their testimony. That's just my opinion. I think that's what's going on. I think it's not a fake beatdown, but it's a manufactured situation. Right? He might have even paid those guys. It just seemed too fake. There's a video of the guys kind of like looking and watching the door, waiting for somebody to come. It just seemed a little too manufactured for me, man. I think he really got his ass whooped. It is what it is. All right. Before I get out of this scrap metal media, just getting a little more serious. Yesterday, there was another school shooting. There's been 130 mass shootings in this country, United States of America, since January 1st, 2023. There has yet again been another one. When is it going to stop? When are people going to actually pressure public officials to do something about it? They keep us so busy that we can't fathom the work required to make change. Don't get into these ideological wars with these people. Guns ain't going nowhere anytime soon. No time soon, right? These guns are in the culture. They're everywhere. They're in TV. They're in shows. Raise your hand if you're waiting for John Wick 4 to come out. I'll wait. Thank you. It's a part of American culture right now. Right? They want you to argue about things that you can't change and things that won't change anytime soon. Come on, the things that can change is pressuring these politicians that don't want to do anything as far as common sense gun reform goes. Right? These guys are getting pressured and paid by lobbyists, and they're taking the bread. Right? They're taking the bread. They don't want to do anything because the gun manufacturers don't want to lose a penny. They don't want to lose a penny. Right? What it's going to take is in the current time, it's going to take you pressuring your politicians, your local politicians, pressuring the companies that are supporting these people. Change will start to happen. Now, overall, for the long term, Just like I asked that John Wick question, we're gonna have to change our culture in this country. We have a really violent culture in our country. It's entertainment. They got to keep pushing the envelope every time to keep us, right? That's the elephant in the room. None of these shootings, none of these mass shootings are going to change until something happens. All right. It's 130 already. And I checked. And by the way, for those who need to know, the FBI describes a mass shooting as an event where at least one person is killed or an attempt is made to kill that person around a group of other people, right? So people used to be like, oh, it needs to be 3 or more people. No, 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 just one. It just needs to be around other people. We've had 130 of those in this country. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a good bit of them where nobody died. Some people were just injured or nobody was shot, but it's still 130. What's going on? We got an issue with a culture that embeds depression within our citizens, and then there's about I don't know the correct average, but there's probably 10 guns per one head in this country, so probably more than that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not no tree hugging, gun hating type person. I have several guns, rifles, and I got guns. I'm not against guns because there's no way you're gonna get guns from criminals. And I like to shoot responsibly, right? We're seeing babies die and no change, and it's it's almost like I'm laughing out of frustration. There's children dying and nobody's doing anything. Like, I'm legit talking to my wife now about homeschooling. I could change my schedule. I can cut hair at nighttime. Kids are dying. Nobody's doing anything, man. I hate to make the inception of scrap metal media so serious, but man, that's something that really got me, y'all. But hey, that is the first installment of scrap metal media. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. Uh, and again, that's just why I discuss short topics you might not care too much about, but for some reason, you stay on YouTube watching 50 minutes to an hour of it every day. So, scrap metal. Take it or leave it. Maybe you could use it for something. Maybe it gets tossed out. And we are back. Really appreciate you guys yet again. I hope you guys enjoyed Scrap Metal Media. Please drop a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and comment. Please let me know if you liked it. Let me know if what you want to hear. If you felt like you didn't hear something enough, or whatever the case is. But hey, like I said, it's Scrap Metal Media. Take it or leave it. Maybe you can use it. Maybe you can't. So it is what it is at this point. But let's move on to the main topic of the show. Oh, and before we do that, actually, because I know this is going to be a thing. So I guess this might be just a disclaimer or sidebar, but how I ended Scrap Metal Media, right? With talking about the current climate as far as school shootings go. There was just one a few days ago. Best wishes and blessings to the families, because I personally couldn't imagine. I could not imagine. Nope. Man on fire. That's what would happen if it's, so yeah, rest in peace, blessings, and all that good stuff. But yes, I know there's going to be people, somebody out there is going to be like, oh, how could you put school shootings in scrap metal media? Hey, we are Americans, and we clearly don't care enough about babies getting shot down and random people being killed with weapons meant for like military battle. You know what I mean? Like, we clearly don't care enough. When we decide to care, maybe it'll go in a more serious segment, I guess. But we show each other that we don't care much every day, so it is what it is. Fortunately, I think a lot of people are kind of waking up and starting to pressure their public officials. But if you feel that way, if you feel like it shouldn't have been in that segment, reach out to your public officials. You know what I mean? Demand something change. We can all do something. We all got a voice, so use yours. All right. Okay. So now that is out of the way, again, rest in peace. let's move on to the main topic, right? So, as I said before, it was UAPs, aka UFOs. So, here, I want to go over some things I keep hearing and give my kind of opinions or takes on them, all right? All right, so first thing I hear a lot is the universe is vast, and the odds of there being other intelligent life out there are high. With billions of galaxies, each containing billions of stars, the sheer size of the universe makes it highly likely that there are other intelligent civilizations out there. That's one. We've been hearing that a lot. I started hearing it maybe the past 4 to 5 years. A lot of people, just random people who don't really uh, do much studying by way of astrophysics or space or anything like that. Just, it's a common pop culture thing to say now. And the second, we haven't found definitive evidence of aliens yet, but we're getting closer every day. With advances in technologies such as the Kepler Space Telescope, we're discovering more and more exoplanets that could potentially harbor life. Definitely been hearing that a lot more. Let's go third. Alien existence is a matter of probability, not certainty. While the possibility of alien life is high, we cannot say for certain that they exist until we find concrete evidence. I'm more along that line, the third one. All right, so last one. There are credible sightings and encounters that suggest the existence of extraterrestrial life. While many sightings and encounters can be explained by natural or man made phenomena, there are some that remain unexplained and could be evidence of alien existence. All right. And those are what I feel like are the most trendy statements regarding the possibility of alien existence. Raise your hand if you've heard one of those or even said one of those. I guess I'm kind of raising my hand. um, I'm not in a position right now to say that I necessarily fully believe in the aliens, but obviously it's a high possibility. Obviously, I'd be a fool to think otherwise. But yes, let me backpedal right quick and explain to you guys, those that probably don't know, what a UAP is. Now, UAP is an acronym, and it stands for Unidentified Aerial Phenomena, which is a term used to describe objects or phenomena in the sky that cannot be identified or explained by conventional means. In other words, UAPs are objects or events in the sky that appear to be flying, but we don't know what they are or how they're able to move the way they do. All right. They are often associated with the idea of UFOs, which is an acronym for unidentified flying objects. That's what most people know or associate them with, at least nowadays. And those are just objects or crafts that are suspected to be of extraterrestrial origin. Switching the kind of term to UAPs, I think it widens the a bit. Not really that fear attached to it of it being like ET or something like that anymore, like because it could very well just be a balloon. Let's keep going here. However, UAPs can also refer to natural phenomena such as a weather balloon, exactly like I just said, atmospheric anomalies like weather or strange things that we just haven't seen yet, or other unexplained events in the sky. In recent years, there has been an increase in interest in UAPs due to reports from military pilots and other credible sources of sightings and encounters with mysterious flying objects. While there is still much we don't know about UAPs, scientists and researchers are studying them in an effort to better understand what they are and where they come from. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm not going to say I do know why, but if you just wanted my opinion, I think the media is loving it because it's something to get the viewers. It's a way to keep people kind of afraid or divided, arguing about something. Because to think that it's just aliens just coming in and watching us at their will or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. But hey, so yes, let's go to some of the most well-known sightings of UAPs or UFOs, right? And I know a lot of you guys have probably already heard or seen these. I mean, I've met so many people over the years that have showed me like cell phone grainy images of what they believe to be UFOs. I usually laugh at those people, but nowadays you kind of got to take it serious, man. So let's go. Number one, the Roswell incident. Everybody knows Roswell, New Mexico. That actually happened in 1947. So a mysterious object crashed near Roswell. I am going to rock with the military on this one. I'm going to rock with the military on this one, man. All right. So the second one is the Phoenix Lights. That was in 1997, where thousands of people in Phoenix, Arizona reported seeing a large V-shaped object in the sky. The incident is still unexplained to this day. I remember watching a program, I think it was on Fox back in the day, where I've been on this kind of alien stuff for a very long time. Now in my life, I'm more critical of it, or I believe it a lot less. But I remember seeing that, and it looked pretty cool. But it kind of reminded me of a light show. But hey, 3, the Belgian UFO wave. I have personally never heard of that. Maybe some of you out there have, but from 1989 to 1991, hundreds of people in Belgium reported seeing triangular shaped objects in the sky. The Belgian Air Force conducted an investigation but was unable to explain the sightings. Whew, yeah, I never heard about that one, but that's crazy because that's a few years, and people were all seeing the same kind of things. I mean, that's kind of crazy. All right, so 4, the Nimitz encounters. That was in 2004. That's the most recent one so far. U.S. Navy pilots encountered strange flying objects off the coast of California. The encounters were captured on video, extensively studied. The Nimitz encounters. I just can't remember. The next one for sure, I know everybody is familiar with. This one's the Tic Tac incident. Everybody's got to be. And funny enough, this happened the same year. That's not a good sign. That'll make me discredit it right away. The U.S. Navy in 2004 had some pilots that encountered a strange tic-tac shaped object off the coast of California. Again, the same area. The incident was captured on video and has been, widely discussed in the media and by researchers. My opinion there, we just covered 2 different, both 4 and 5, the Nimitz encounters and the Tic Tac incident were roughly around the same area in the same time frame. That this had to be some corporation. To me, this seems like some high-end tech, maybe some high-end drones being tested or something like that. I remember seeing the video. I'm not saying the video is doctored. I'm not going to say that, but usually military grade is tested years, even decades ahead of it being, declassified, so to speak, for regular people. I think reading these off just kind of discredited the Tic Tac video to me in my head, right? I don't know how you guys feel about it. Maybe you guys are like staunch. Let's see. All right, so the idea that the universe is so vast that it must contain other intelligent life forms is known as the principle of mediocrity, or the Copernican principle. This principle was first proposed by the Italian philosopher Giordano Bruno in the 16th century. That's how far ago. That's how far ago these people we've been on this, man. This is crazy. So Bruno believed that the universe was infinite and that there were an infinite number of worlds, each with its own intelligent life forms. So Bruno was very he was very creative. I'm not sure what kind of drugs he was on back then, but maybe an eighth of Hemlock or something. I don't know. However, the concept became more widely known in the 20th century thanks to the work of scientists such as Frank Drake and Carl Sagan. I've heard of the Drake equation. In 1961, Drake formulated the famous Drake equation, there you go, which attempts to estimate the number of extraterrestrial civilizations that might exist in the Milky Way galaxy. Sagan, a prominent astronomer and science communicator, helped popularize the idea of cosmic perspective, the notion that we are just one tiny part of a vast and wondrous universe, and that there may be countless other intelligent beings out there. So guys like this pushing, and Sagan's a legend. He's for sure a legend. My guy is Neil deGrasse Tyson. I like Michio Kaku now. Sagan's a legend, but he's a science communicator. He's made rest in peace. He's made a lot of money doing this, and so does the other guys I mentioned. So it obviously behooves them to, and yeah, I'm sure they're being honest too. I'm not going to say they're like lying or anything, but I'm definitely benefits them to kind of be as non-committal to a yes or no as possible. If they staunchly say no, then that kind of stops the reporters and money for interviews and stuff like that. And that's if they're even getting paid. So yeah, I'm not trying to besmirch their name or anything, but there's obviously a thing going on there. Let's see. Credible scientists and astrophysicists who believe in the possibility of intelligent alien life. So for my science geeks out there, everybody knows Stephen Hawking. Rest in peace. Yeah, I'm saying rest in peace a lot this episode, right? Jeez, life. But yeah, Stephen Hawking, the late physicist and cosmologist, believed that it was perfectly rational to assume that intelligent life exists everywhere or elsewhere in the universe, and that we should be cautious about contacting them. That seems like a smart thing, right? Leave them things alone if they're out there. Number 2, Jill Tarter, the astronomer and co-founder of the SETI Institute, which SETI is search for extraterrestrial intelligence or something like that. So she obviously believes in those who know what SETI is. That's essentially what it stands for. And that's the SETI Institute. She obviously believes that it's very likely that there are other intelligent civilizations in the universe. I mean, she's with an institute that studies and watches. They just have a big telescope just trained on the night sky, just watching. So, okay, 3. Michio Kaku, the theoretical physicist and futurist, has written and spoken extensively the ant farm metaphor, where he's like, or the and I think it was the ant pile or something like that, right? He's like, if you're driving down the highway in your car, do you stop and pull over, get out, and talk to the ant pile on the side of the road? Do you talk to the ants? I mean, they're a civilization. They're doing their thing. They got their own thing going. Do you stop and talk to them? It's just kind of like a metaphor referencing like some intergalactic intelligent beings that are traveling the universe. Like, why would they stop and talk to us ants? Hey, I personally don't think we're ants, but you go on, Michio. Okay, so number 4, Avi Loeb. The Harvard astrophysicist made headlines in 2017 when he suggested that an object called Oumuamua, which passed through our solar system, could have been an alien spacecraft. There's still been pictures used by local media, big media, whatever, about the same thing. They've been using the same image. Yeah, man, they're so funny with that stuff. But yeah, that's Avi Loeb. 5 is Sarah Seeger. The MIT astrophysicist is a leading expert in the search for exoplanets and the study of exoplanet atmospheres. She believes that finding evidence of life beyond Earth is inevitable and that we should be prepared for the discovery. Those are all the people that are the most notable, at least, that are backing this whole thing in some kind of way. They've been talking about space and there's reference to UFOs and all kind of stuff that goes way back into time, way back into history. This is not a new thing. So it's not surprising to see that notable people are kind of proponents of it. Now, again, I don't know if it just benefits their cause or benefits their pockets, um, but it definitely goes back far. Like you got the what's called the Tulli papyrus, and that's Tulli papyrus, and that's an ancient Egyptian document which dates back to the reign of Pharaoh Tutmosis III, and that's around 1400 BCE. And that describes fiery discs that were reportedly seen in the sky. And this is way back then. Fiery disc. That's how they described it. Yikes. So the authenticity of that has been put in question, but hey, nobody cares about authenticity, right? When we're talking about aliens, it's not fun. All right. So another thing is the Nuremberg celestial phenomenon. That's in 1561. Strange celestial phenomenon was witnessed by hundreds of people in Nuremberg, Germany. And according to reports, the sky was filled with strange objects that appeared to be fighting each other. What the heck? That's crazy. That's in the 1500s. Like, wow. All right. Number 3. This is in the Bible. Those who have read the Bible know what Ezekiel's wheel is. This guy named Ezekiel had a vision, and he talked about seeing a object in the sky, a flying object that looked like a wheel within a wheel. And again, this is a biblical story, but still, it's an old story. So for that to be in an old story that's amazing nonetheless. All right. So the Vimanas. That's the last one. In ancient Indian texts known as the Vedas, I got to read the Vedas, there are descriptions of the flying machines called the Vimanas. These machines were said to be capable of traveling long distances and were used by the gods. So this ain't no new stuff, y'all. We still kind of talking about the same stuff people were talking about hundreds, if not thousands of years ago. Wow. Again, man, I don't know what it is. I'm not a big proponent of it. I'm the one that's usually going to have to, or try to make people think differently. One thing I will say, the 10 most abundant elements in the universe, out of those 10 most abundant things, we're made of 6 of them: hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, nitrogen, magnesium, and sulfur. Those are the 6 most abundant elements that we're made of. And they all fit in the top 10 abundant elements in the universe. Y'all let me know what y'all think about aliens, UFOs, and all that kind of stuff, man. I think that's all I got today, man, because what haven't you guys heard already? So I hope y'all learned something. I really do. I hope y'all learned something in regards to that. I ain't going to claim to have ever seen a UFO because I haven't. If y'all have, please drop it in the comments. I might come back to this or talk about it in the future when new stuff comes out, because I personally, if I had to make a life or death decision on it right now, I think it's the powers that be. I think There is something going on. I don't think it's some new civilization. In this next segment, I'll talk about what I think it is. But yeah, let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all believe in aliens? I know they gave it a new fancy name, UAPs and all that, but we know what they're trying to say. Because nobody cares about a balloon that's in the sky, right? We don't care about that. We all care about the aliens. Isn't it an alien? Is it, have y'all seen Nope, the movie Nope? Is it a living being that looks like a saucer? That's really a biological being that's eating things, and you know what I mean? Is it that? That was a brilliant movie, by the way. If y'all haven't seen No, check it out. Man, I just saw it not too long ago. It's on HBO Max. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant movie. I enjoyed it. Go on, Jordan Peele. Good job. But whatever they are, I know it's uh, I know it's something that's gonna be talked about for a very long time and hotly contested. But I need to see y'all comments, man. Let me know if y'all believe in them. Let me know if y'all have seen them. This ain't just a prediction. This is bit by bit. All right, all right, all right. So if y'all already heard that intro there, this is the second of the new segments. Like I said before, this is called Bet by Bit Predictions. All right. So obviously keeping with the theme, robots, artificial intelligence. You guys should know what a bit is, BIT. Everybody knows what a bet is, right? So bet by bit. This is what I'm calling the prediction segment. All right. So my prediction today is going to be pretty simple and straightforward, y'all. It goes in line with what we've been talking about, and it picks up where I left off. All right. When I talked about the 10 most abundant elements in the universe and 6 of them being us. I think in my wildest, like I said, uh, gun to my head, and I just had to make the right choice. I think we might have just figured out time travel. And if these UFOs or UAPs have to be something, I think it's us. I think it's us traveling back and forth. That'll explain why wealth is held by so little. That's what I think. So my prediction would be that these UFOs and UAPs that we've been seeing has just been us, just humanity at different times, just traveling back and forth, moving things around how they want. That's my prediction. Let me know what y'all think about it. All right, did y'all like the intro? It still needs a little work, but I like it. I like it. I like it. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about the prediction. Leave it in the comments for me. I honestly have been thinking that for a while now. So I just thought it fit within the episode theme or whatnot. But yeah, this was an interesting. This was very interesting, man. Yeah, leave it in the comments. We gotta talk about this, y'all. My today people. That has been a fun episode again. I really appreciate y'all, man. I'm done for the day. It's been a lot. This has been the longest it's taken me to get an episode out. It's just been a busy past week for me or so. Got a lot going on. Uh, so yeah, I'm trying to stay as committed to this as possible. And I'm sorry, y'all. I'll get back to my 2 a week, my normal 2 a week. But you'll know at least you're getting 1 a week for sure. But yeah, it was a very busy weekend for me, y'all. So, but hey, but hey, but hey, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Like I said, let me know what y'all think. Leave comments. If you haven't subscribed, ask yourself why. Why haven't you subscribed? Come on, y'all don't want to see another black man win. They stop. But come on, subscribe. Send to your friends, preferably those that do not know me. I want to grow this as naturally as possible, and then we can move from there. But yeah, man, this has been fun. Really fun episode. Let me know what y'all thought about the new format. I'm switching it up. I think this is a little more work editing wise, but I think it's a little more enjoyable for me. Putting everything out is easier. It's just the editing, adding the editing and all that. But you know, it'll be second nature for me in a little bit. Just gotta, as they say, keep getting them shots up, right? But yeah, definitely appreciate you all. It's nothing but love coming from my end. This has been a very, very, very fun time with y'all all, man. We almost at 10 episodes, right? I've recorded so much prior to this that just didn't make it on. Yeah, only if y'all knew. But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think, man. All right, rate, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment, comment, comment. I need to know what y'all thinking. And leave reviews, y'all. Leave reviews, man. Like, you know how the algorithms go. Like, I mean, we trying to move this certain in a certain direction. We just need y'all activity, man. It don't take nothing but a little bit of y'all time, man. All right. So I appreciate y'all. I really do. And I think we out of here, man. I think that's enough for the time capsule today. Peace. And we are just universes crashing, y'all. So just do your best to leave a mark. Once again, this is Wendy. I appreciate you listening. Dear future robots, peace.